Hey YouTube family, it's me. I am back and welcome to day 6 of this YouTube challenge. This definitely is a challenge. Today was an interesting day. It was a really good day, but it was also an interesting day. And I am about to end the night, but of course I cannot end the night until I have made this video. And I asked myself, why am I doing this challenge? Why am I doing this? Why am I working on consistency? And I had a conversation with my family today, and the overall message that I got from the conversation for me that I wish that they would understand, or that I wish people would understand, is sometimes you have to let things play out. Like, if you're really a believer in God, if you're a believer in a higher power, I said this in my last video and I'm going to say it again. If you're constantly worrying or ruminating or trying to analyze and deconstruct certain things, or why things are happening the way they are, and oh, this isn't the way that you shouldn't be doing things, like, and if you're that type of person who either is going to let someone tell you how to live your life, but at the same time kind of just go with the flow, I don't think that's right all the time. I think you should go with the flow when it comes to life, but I don't think you should let people dictate how your life is and what you do, even like your parents. Like, your parents are your parents for a reason, right? But at the same time, as you get older, you're going to realize that you are your own person. And God gave you parents to listen to. You're supposed to listen to them and to serve as like guidance. Like, they're supposed to guide you on this journey called life. But there also comes a time where you really start thinking for yourself, and you really start realizing the things that you want for you and the things that you want for yourself. And you might go through an identity crisis. You might really start reconfiguring thought processes in your mind about, is this how I really want to go about my life? Um, And then something else that I was going to originally start this video with, did you meditate today? Because that's a theme, that's a reoccurring theme that's very important for me. I think meditation is highly important, especially in today's world. It's, hold on, I hope this music's not too loud, but I hope this music's not too loud, but it's a way in which you can go within and find the answers that you need. It's a way that you can hear God's voice. It's a way that you can have a better understanding of how to navigate the next steps. And time again today, I have been feeling like I am facing an uphill battle. And sometimes it feels like it's with myself. Sometimes it feels like it's with people around me. Sometimes it just feels like it's just with the whole world. But then I have to remind myself that this whole microcosm of us and being humans is the fact that this is the matrix. The matrix is a set of rules and conditions that have been pre-configured by other individuals that really understand how to play the game. And sometimes I want to say, I really don't think it's fair. I really don't appreciate how this matrix is created. But then other times I understand that there's procedures and policies put in place for people to conform to. And I get it. I understand that. And that's why there's this saying that says, don't hate the player, hate the game. But I don't even think you should hate the game. I think you should master how to play the game, because then you'll learn to fall in love with the game, and you'll realize it's really not a game at all. It's really just, there's different levels of consciousness, there's different levels of understanding, there's different perspectives of life that we all must experience. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's why there's polarity in life, in this 3D reality, in this third dimensional plane. And even just making this video, I feel a whole lot better. And honestly, with the events that happened today, I really didn't even feel like making a video. But at the same time, I wanted to make sure that I'm in a good mood. I'm not going to go to bed in a bad mood, and I definitely don't want to wake up in a bad mood either. And that's why it's really important to practice gratitude. It's important to operate from a place of love in your heart, no matter what the circumstances are. And that's why it's excruciatingly difficult for most people to understand and grapple with this concept. Like, if someone was just mean to them, right, an hour ago, how are they going to even find space to be loving and to be grateful, right? But that's the point. That's how you communicate with God. That's how you communicate with the world, the universe, is by acting, doing acts of love, doing acts of operating from a place of unconditional love and understanding that this is your journey. You are here for a reason, whatever that case may be. In some way, shape, or form, your soul, if you want to get that far, asked to be here. Your soul asked God to be like, hey, I want to come down here because I know that there's some lessons that I need to learn so that my soul can evolve. And that's a one perspective that you can look at things, and I think it's a perspective that makes sense, especially when you're on your own personal spiritual journey and you are experiencing God in these different ways, and you are incorporating your teachings, or I shouldn't say teachings, but you're incorporating your lessons, really, that's what it is, into your everyday life. You're integrating what you're learning on a day-to-day basis. At least that's what I am doing, right? If you made it this far, I hope you're understanding where I'm coming from. And if you do, then this video is for you. I really think that going within and having a better understanding of how you want to operate in this world, I really think that is the way to be at peace with life. Because this matrix, this whole system of things, there's going to be obstacles and there's going to be things thrown at you, but it's not up to you to catch it all the time. You don't have to catch things that are thrown for you. They're probably meant for you, but it doesn't mean that you have to catch them and attach them to your being. And sometimes these things that are meant for us aren't good things. Now, let me elaborate. Maybe certain ideas, certain agendas, certain ways of living might be pushed onto us, but that doesn't mean that we should accept it. That doesn't mean that we should be like, yeah, you know what? You're right. This is how I'm going to live for now. You have to ask yourself, do I want to live like this? Do I want to keep conforming to certain things that I know deep down isn't a part of me? I don't know. I do know. I do know what I'm working to convey in this video. But mainly, the reason why I made this video in the first place is that you have to let things play out. You have to let your life play out, but you also have to make sure you set things in place. You have a schedule, you have a routine, you have a way of thinking, a way of life, you have values, you have morals, because if you don't have those things, then that means that you don't have the properly established boundaries to navigate life in a way that pleases God, in a way that pleases your higher self, if you want to go there. Make sure you understand that life is constantly going, constantly moving, and life doesn't care if you are sad or happy. Life is just life. And that's the strange but real reality of things that I am coming to terms with, or I have come to terms with, that it just makes sense to understand that things are going to play out, and that's why you need to maintain your emotions. No matter what gets thrown at you, you have to be peaceful, or at least work to be peaceful no matter what. Now, obviously, we're human beings and we're going to have our emotions. We're going to be upset. We're going to want certain things to happen in different ways, but you can't control life. You can only control the controllables. You can only control what you do, how you feel, what you say, where you go, what you wear, right? And even that alone should have you operating from your heart space. You should be grateful. You should have gratitude. Like, you know what? As interesting as this day was today, at least I have the freedom to be in my own space, make a video, and teach others while I'm learning as I go. And maybe people might not understand your journey now, but they sure will years from now, or weeks from now, or months from now. It really just depends. Time is on a different plane of existence sometimes. But what I mean is, this video that you're watching, there's no definitive time that you should be watching this video. If this video popped up and you're watching it, you're meant to be watching it right now. That's what I mean by time. Basically, time is irrelevant. So whatever you're working on your journey, let it play out. Let it play out. Because at the end of the day, only you know what you're working towards, and you don't really have the time nor the energy or the space to try to sit someone down and explain to them, hey, this is what God told me my journey is. This is what I'm supposed to be working on. Just let it play out. Let God speak to you. Let God whisper to you, and you do things in silence. And you navigate your world with God in silence. And another thing, never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Meaning, like, if you can control it, if you can keep it to yourself, don't let people know what you're working on. Because then you're gonna get into these weird experiences where people are gonna try to talk you out of situations, or they're gonna try to tell you like, are you sure that's the right thing though? They're gonna be that one that second guesses a lot of the things that you might have shared with them, or the things that you're experiencing with them. And you have to realize that there's certain things that are meant to be kept to yourself to the best of your ability. And you have to be strong. You have to have a really tough exterior. You have to have thick skin when you are going after your dreams, going after your goals, and working on manifesting. Maybe it's your dream life, or whether you're trying to manifest something. But you cannot steer off course. You have to stay laser focused. You have to stay sharp. You cannot let things derail you. You cannot let people or different behaviors derail you. You really need to keep going. Make sure you take some time to rest for yourself, and also add balance to your life in whatever way you might see that. But don't let anything discourage you. You have to go within, and you have to ask yourself, okay, despite this experience that I had today, these are the feelings that I'm feeling. How can I transmute that energy? How can I transmute these emotions into more positive, realistic feeling emotions? And that's where the heart comes in. The heart space is the transmuter. It's the transmuter of the lower energy that you have when it comes from your energy centers, and the higher energy that you get, maybe the insights and the downloads that you get from God. You use your heart and you transmute it, and you alchemize that whole experience that you had in that day or in that moment, and you use it to your benefit. So for example, maybe you get in a heated conversation with your best friend about an idea that you had, and they don't agree with you, and they keep being a naysayer, and kind of being like, are you sure, trying to like second guess you, when you good and well know that the divine creator, God, gave you this idea, and you thought that maybe you could share it with this friend. But this friend isn't what you thought. Like, this friend didn't give you the reaction that you maybe were expecting, which is also another thing. We really shouldn't, there's certain things that we shouldn't expect, and we shouldn't put people on a pedestal, but that's something else for another day. But basically, let's say you had that whole interaction, and leaving that interaction, you feel bothered, you feel frustrated, you feel annoyed. Well, if you know yourself and you know your heart center, you know that, okay, I'm feeling these emotions, but I'm going to use my heart. Your heart like radiates frequencies. It operates on an electrical current. That's why they have the defibrillator to re um energize the heart, to wake someone up, or to have someone become alive again if they are going through cardiac arrest or something like that. um your heart is an electrical tool that God gave you in this body. So it's up to you to use it, and to identify how to use it, and to use your emotions properly. See, prior to making this video, I was frustrated with something that happened. But then I took a moment I took a deep breath and I alchemized that energy and I turned it into creative energy so that I can make this video. Because I'm not letting anything stop me from this 30-day challenge, no matter what, right? And you're going to be experiencing everyday obstacles, but you also must always let things play out, control the controllables, and know that at the end of the day, you are in control of your reality. God is by your side, and God will never ever leave you. Even if you leave God, God will never leave you. Just, come back to God. God is always there. And also know that you are God's child. You're just expressing this world in this physical vessel, right? So I wanted to end this video with saying subscribe because it's free currency, and in this day and age, a like, a comment, a subscription is greatly appreciated. If I've imparted some knowledge, some wisdom, some value to you, let me know in the comments down below. But I just wanted to make sure that I completed, not just to check things off, but that I shared this video and just be like, you know what, it was a very interesting day, but what can I do to share this with someone who might need it right now? So if this video crossed your algorithm, consider yourself blessed, because there's a lot of different distractions happening right now. But if you're on your own personal journey, your own spiritual journey, and you are looking for self-help media, self-help books, self-help resources, outlets that are going to get you to the next level in your life, you can use this video as a form of information, because that's what I'm here for. So let things play out. Make sure you meditate. Meditating takes some time, especially if your mind is always busy, it always has something going on. Over time, the more you do it, the quieter your mind gets, the easier it is for you to connect with the divine, with God. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I look forward to posting day number 6. So as I was editing this video, I realized I said that I'm recording day 6, or that I was recording day 5, and I'm looking forward to uploading day 6's video. What I meant to say was I'm recording day 6's video and I look forward to uploading day 7's video tomorrow. That's what I meant to say. All right, bye. Thank you for watching.